What's up, guys? This week on Car Dad Bill, we have a 2022 Toyota Sienna XSE 7-passenger minivan. This is the hybrid model, so it's got a couple little things different from the previous generation. Let's go for a ride. First impressions on the minivan. Number one, I love minivans for the simple fact of ease of use and convenience for my family, right? 6 kids, blended family. We need the capacity sometimes. We need the storage sometimes. We need the ease of use sometimes. Now, myself and my fiance are SUV drivers. We'd like to have a bigger SUV as opposed to the minivan. But when Car Dad Bill has one for a week, the sliding doors, the hatch, the storage, the ease of the kids getting in and out of the vehicle, you really can't beat it. And then this one, being the hybrid model, is getting roughly 30 miles to the gallon. And with gas prices the way they are sometimes, this isn't a bad option. And I see why people do it more often than not. But my first impression is really well laid out, completely comfortable and easy to use inside. Just a very well made, well thought out, well executed minivan.
I don't deny there's some strange evolutionary process going on, but mankind won't be destroyed. The fact that you and I are working here today is evidence of that.
Guys, outside the Sienna hybrid, and a couple noticeably cool items. Number one, the LED running light, the fog light way down here, the gunmetal painted wheels with the gray paint, and that styling line right there is really sharp. And I also love how the track for the sliding doors are hidden back here in the window. And there's a lot of Lexus cues in this van, surprisingly enough. These taillights, that styling cue right there is all Lexus and Toyota Camry. And when you look down the side of the van, look how that bump comes into the side. Another styling cue. Pretty slick, makes the van look very athletic and very fast. It's not fast, but it's not slow either. Tail lights in the back. Love the tail lights. Love how that all works together. And it just has a nice, good looking, streamlined, smooth look to it. Then up front you have the Toyota blue logo for the hybrid. Let's hop inside and take a look at what we... All right, guys, we're in the van. Let's power it up. Little animation in the beginning to let you know you're in the van. Now, the thing I want to bring your eyes to are some of the subtle features of this interior. Number one being a lot of these little cubby spaces, and they're all lined with rubber material. There's your USB charger right there. Then you have your wireless charger right here. And then you have a little divider, and you have another storage compartment that's kind of out in the open. And I love that. Down here you have a spot for your phone that fits. It'll fit upright right there with a cup holder. Another cup holder. These are your drive mode settings, your EV setting, your auto hold, your parking brake. Down here is the cup holders that has a spot for like smaller items. So I have the keys stowed in here while I'm driving. Then you have your glove box with some more charging ports, and these are just charging. So this is your USB, see the logo on it? So it'll actually work with the sound system. Down here are the buttons, or the just charging. Same thing for back here, charging for the back seats. And just an overall really nice looking, really easy to use, streamlined, lots of cubby spaces. Look at that one. Lots of cubby spaces, lots of bottle holders, places to put things, Clean, so you can wipe this all down real fast and keep it clean, but easy to use. And then same thing for this. So all of your HVAC controls are right here. Your heated seat, your temperature, all the stuff you need to do for your HVAC controls. And then up here, you have all of your different settings for your map, for your stereo, for the menu, for all this stuff. You have dedicated tuning and scrolling. You have power button, or volume and power button here. Dedicated buttons for that. This is a touch screen, however, so you can, you know, do what you got to do there. And it changes to different types of maps. So that's how that works. Go back to regular map. Seats are comfortable, absolutely comfortable, not bad looking. And in the back, let's take a walk back there. And this one does not have all the different moonroofs, just has this one moonroof here. And then these are your buttons for the doors. So you hit the button for the door, opens that door automatically. Close it, closes the door. Let's take a walk. Oh, forgot, underneath here, another huge storage space. I can literally fit my laptop in there. I can charge it. It's all inside there. It's a very large cubby hole, and it goes right through to the other side. So another cool added feature. The shifter's up here, and it's connected through here, and this is all wide open on both sides. Pretty cool. Let's go in the back. So there is a capability to open the door with your foot. I never get it right. I always just hit the button or pull on the handle to open the door. And then inside here are your seating for the kiddos and for adults, whoever needs to get in here and sit. Down there is a plug for the laptop, charging ports for your phones and devices. They each get cup holders. This makes the seat go back and forth. I can't do it with one hand, but to get in the vehicle, they just come in here and go back there and sit back that way. And then there's your third row with 3 seat belts that can move. You can also stow that down. There's a button to close the door here, or you can simply pull the handle again and it closes that door. Come around back, same thing. There's a button underneath here that'll open the trunk, or you can use the hands-free waving of the foot, but sometimes you look like a moron. It doesn't work all the time, and so I try to avoid that. Charging back here, storage back here, storage, deep storage down there. That's like golf bag storage. Like you could stack golf bags, hockey bags, whatever, baseball bags. Everything can fit in there all the way up. This then reclines the seat down. You can do it with one hand. And notice they even put 1, 2. So that's the storage. Let's go for a ride. All right, Jens, real quick, want to go over the Monroney and some of the stats, just so you guys are aware of what we're going with here. 22 model year, 36 miles per gallon average. That's what they're saying for the hybrid average. MSRP is $42.10 for a 7-passenger hybrid minivan. 2.5 liter 4-cylinder with a combined net horsepower of 245 horsepower. That's with the electric motors, that's with the hybrid drive. Electronic continuous variable transmission. You're going to have that in a hybrid. Plain and simple. It needs to switch between the hybrid drive and the gasoline motor. It needs to blend all that stuff together. It needs to charge the batteries. So you're going to have an intelligent electronic CVT that's going to bring all that together for you. LED headlights, LED taillights, power liftgate, hands-free, sliding doors, the latch system in the back for the kiddos, and then we add the XSE Premium Plus package, which is the wireless smartphone charger I showed you earlier, and a lot of the other stuff, the JBL sound system, the charging, the roof rails on the top, and all that good stuff, brings the bottom line with destination and travel to $44,615. So under $45,000 barely for a 7-passenger, pretty efficient minivan. Not too bad. Let's get out on the road. All right, guys, out on the road, driving around, and a couple things I want to bring up about the hybrid van that you might not know, but you might know anyway. Number one is the drivability of a hybrid vehicle. Hybrid vehicles have come a long way over the years. They are absolutely efficient. They have enough power. They are quiet. They get remarkable gas mileage. And in a vehicle like this, the minivan, with a lot of people and a lot of things going on, and sometimes you can get it in all-wheel drive, you're gonna get around 28 to 32 miles per gallon. Now, Toyota, like I mentioned before, averages around 36 on their Monroney. That's not necessarily what you're going to get actually in the vehicle. You might get that. I think around town you'll probably get more like 36 to 40 because you won't be using as much fuel, as much of the gasoline motor as you would be on the highway all the time. If you have a long commute, that gasoline engine's going to be running more. It's going to give you less gas mileage, if that makes any sense. The more around town driving you can do, the better the electric motors do, the better the battery does, the better mileage you'll get because you won't be using the fuel. This one's not a plug-in, so you can't plug it in and get a charge of all electric. But you don't necessarily need that. If you can tailor your driving habits to make this thing work efficiently, then you're going to get the mileage you really need out of it. Other than that hybrid drive system, this drives like a normal minivan. It's smooth, it's quiet, it's comfortable, it handles corners really well, it's pretty flat, acceleration's decent, braking's great. There's a lot of rattles and squeaks throughout the cabin, and that's not because it's poorly built. That's because there's a lot of seats. That's because there's a lot of moving parts. That's because it's empty. When it's full of people, you won't hear all that stuff. When it's full of people, you won't have the cricks and the rattles and the bounces that you would have, like I have right now, driving around with no one in the vehicle. So that's something to consider. This also has a remarkable sound system, and it's a JBL sound system. Now, some JBL sound systems in previous Toyotas that I've driven before, they were kind of lackluster. This one's a multiple speaker. I think it's a 12-speaker sound system with a subwoofer and an amplifier. So it adds that extra little bit that you normally wouldn't get with a system that doesn't have that many speakers. And the remote control that you get with the car, the keyless fob, that has the buttons on it for the doors, for the trunk, for all that stuff. So you can open the doors, and it also has the hands-free capability to open the doors and the trunk as well. So all in all, I mean, it's a quick review because it's a vehicle that most people are aware of, and the reason they go get them is because they know what they're getting. So I don't want to belabor the point too much, but I found the Toyota Sienna minivan hybrid XSE to be a very well-made and easy to drive and easy to live with van. My kids love them just because they can get in and out really quickly. They can move around the cabin. This one doesn't have TVs and stuff in it, so they were kind of bummed about that. But otherwise, 2 thumbs up. Car Dad Bill signing off this week. Real cars, real people for real life. Appreciate you guys watching. Please subscribe. Tell your friends. We're getting a lot of views on a lot of videos. I appreciate everybody's help and look forward to bringing you some more cool stuff. Talk to you guys later.